Hey everyone, Alan Bauer here in Bay City, Michigan. And tonight I want to talk about why we always need to be recruiting. And recruiting is really, the lifeblood of our business. And I know a lot of times people just kind of sit there or they'll put a social media post out. All this stuff is good to do. There's no wrong thing to do, but you can't depend on just one thing when it comes to recruiting. So you can, one of the good things is to reach out to friends and family. Just tell them, hey, I started the CBD business, or, ask them, it's like, hey, are you familiar with CBD? Do you use CBD? Or maybe do a social media post like, hey, how many of my friends use CBD and what brand do you use? Kind of a curiosity post. Well, people love to tell you, and a lot of them are probably selling other CBD too. They're working for it. So you get all that out there and get all those responses, and then follow up with them and say, hey, have you ever heard of CBDA? And say, they say, no, I've never heard of it. What is it? Say, hey, check out this 3-minute video. You can just send them to your link, just your, your regular pre-replicated website. Say, watch this 3-minute video and tell me what you think about it. That's it. That's as simple as it gets. Or if you have the app for $19.95 a month, you can send them to the business opportunity one. That'll capture. You can see who's watching and how far they're going. It'll kind of rank them on a point system. Do some follow-up emails, things like that with them. So you get a lot more bang for the buck with it. But if you're just starting off for free, just do that. Just ask, hey, who else using CBD and what brand are you using? People love to tell you and what their experience is. And don't cut anything down. Just say, hey, that's great. But have you heard of CBDA? Hey, watch this 3-minute video. Send them a private message, watch this 3-minute video, and let me know what you think. It's that simple. The other thing you can do when it comes to recruiting, you can get like these little flyers, like maybe not even a 4x6, just a little small one, like I don't know, something about this size or so. I guess that's about 4x6. Yeah. So get something about a 4x6 size, and get it printed. Just something easy. You could just do one side on it, and you could just maybe somebody can come up with some ideas on this. Maybe I'll come up with some ideas what's working for me. But here's one of the things. Like if you live in the city, like I just walked today and I hit 100 houses. You just take these little flyers and get the real, thin ones, just nice colorful thing. The CTFO logo, say something about CBDA, maybe 1,000 times better than CBD, and then just have the site. You could just do your replicated page. Now I don't recommend having like like our page is CBDA, like the free one they give us. It comes with the thing CBDA Global .myctfo.com. Well, I don't like doing the .myctfo.com. I would rather, like we did, we just bought cbdaglobal.com and then we forward it to it. So I bought it through GoDaddy. It's like $12 a year. So you just buy that and then you forward it to your domain name instead of having, the .myctfo and all that. Go buy a domain name on GoDaddy. It's cheap, $12 for a year. And then you've got that. You own that domain name. And then if it ever, like we did the website transitions, instead of waiting, and wasting all those cards and brochures, excuse me, and all that stuff that you have, all you have to do at that point then is just re-forward your domain to the new one. So it's pretty cool to be able to do that. So I highly recommend that. But say you get a bunch of these printed up. Say you could probably get 1,000 for dirt cheap, and then like today I just went out to 100 doors in the neighborhood. I didn't even knock on it, talk. I did end up talking to a couple people, but what you do, you just kind of roll those up and stick them under the door handle or whatever. People look at it, maybe they throw it away, or maybe they are interested. You could have one pertaining to the opportunity, you could have the other just for a customer. If you have the business opportunity page and you have the customer page, it'd be really cool. This is where I like the 1995 app, because you could just put a thing like, hey, to learn more about CBDA, click, here's this link. and then they just go there. You know, and I can have like a separate one, or I could just have, hey, go to cbda.com, or I could have it, you know, a separate one for the business opportunity. So, you know, I could just have like, you know, join CTFO or whatever, you know, joinctfo.com. Let's say you had the other, you know, you had ctfo.com and for your to look at the products, but you know, have a couple domain names or something. Just forward it to your business opportunity page. You can forward the other one right to the 10x products, so people can go right there. They can watch the video, and it's that simple. So let's say you go out there. Like sometimes you can do events. Now, a lot of times at events, though, it depends on the event. Sometimes they can be good, but here's what happens a lot of time. You go out to the event and you got all your literature and stuff, and you know, people don't really understand it, or they kind of, you know, there's a million other tables out there. So they see this, and sometimes people talk about it a little bit, but they're expecting something like dirt cheap. They don't understand CBDA. So you want to have something to educate them on. Maybe have like a you know, your video playing on the like on a loop. You know, bring a laptop or something and just have it playing on a computer screen or something. So there's an idea on that. Or have some literature for them, you know, to look at, because a lot of people aren't going to just buy things there, you know, or maybe have some of the keto creamer samples out there and you know, collect their name, whatever, or you know, there's all different types of ways that you can do things. But the big thing is always be recruiting. And when I'm talking about recruiting, I'm talking two things. One, you want to recruit customers, because some people will look at the opportunity. They're like, no, I'm not really interested in doing anything. I just want to be a customer. Perfect. Here's how you order. You get wholesale prices. Boom, boom, boom. Give them your site. They sign up. They get the order. If you have some product on hand, this is where it really comes into, if you're going to do an event, to buy like ultimately would be to buy a platinum pack, because you can really get some dirt cheap prices on that. I mean, way below wholesale, where you're going to be making a ton of money per bottle. So you can walk away from that event with a good $1,000 or more, depending, you know, of profit, depending how many bottles you sell on that. So that's a good way to put some money in your pocket, pay for the event. So if that works for you, great. But sometimes you're going to go to these events and you really don't get any sign-ups or anything. This is where I kind of like the door thing, you know, like just have a bunch of little flyers, you know, just you know, inexpensive ones. Don't do anything too elaborate. Keep it very simple. One simple message to go on there. Roll it up, stick in the door. You don't even knock on their door. Just go boom, 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 one door to the next door. That works great for the city. Probably going to have a little more problem in the country, you know, if the houses are a mile apart or 2 miles apart. But if you're in the city, good way to do it. So just some ideas on the recruiting. You know, I do some, you know, these YouTube videos. This is a way that we do recruiting also. Also the, you know, the blog. So I do that. I do social media. I do some curiosity posts, things like that. There's no one thing that does everything. I know some of you may buy leads. And leads can be a weird thing. You know, you can buy some leads and all of a sudden, you know, boom, you get a bunch of people. You could have 20 people. But again, how many sign up? How many do anything? This is where you got to kind of bring them into the funnel and do things. So I've always liked generating my own leads. I'm not a big fan of buying leads because I think there's a lot of crap out there. You know, people are just selling things, or you don't know how they're getting people out there. You know, there are some good lead sources if you're going to do it, but it's hit and miss. You know, you may get really good response one time. The next time you may strike out and not get anything. And you'd have to be consistent on that, you know, do a certain amount. So really it's coming down to doing a little bit of everything. But again, you're always recruiting. You're recruiting customers and you're recruiting people that are interested in the business opportunity. Even if you get them just as a customer, a lot of times, you know, what you can say too is, hey, you want to be a customer? That's great. But here's the thing, you know, you're probably going to like the product, and you know, once you try it, you get it, you're probably going to like it, and you're probably going to tell a bunch of friends about it. You can give them my website, and I'd be more than happy to do that. However, CTFO does one better. Give them your website. You can sign up for free. Give them your website, and CTFO will give you, you know, 20% of the profit. And just keep it that simple. You don't have to go into all the, you know, the pay plan, and the binary, and or not binary. We don't have a binary, thank God. Whew. Because that's designed to keep more money with the company. So we do not have a binary, but we do have the unilevel, and we've got the profit sharing positions and all these other things, infinity bone. You're going to confuse somebody. Just tell them, hey, just share your link. If your friends like the product, say, hey, here's the link for you. If they go there, you're going to get 20% of the profit. Keep it that simple. That's all there is to it. So that's all I got. I got to jump on the CTFO call, and then we got a leadership call later. So I'm going to cut it short here. Thanks, and talk to you later.